Assalamu alaikum dear students. My name is Kaukab Ruhi. I am teaching physics at APS&C for Girls, Azam Garrison, Lahore, Kent. Today I will teach you the last topic of Unit 3, that is uniform circular motion. You have studied in class 8 about the circular motion, which is defined as if a body moves in a circular path, then the motion of the body is said to be circular motion. But what is uniform circular motion? If a body moves in a circular path with uniform speed, then the motion of the body is said to be uniform circular motion. There is one main difference between the circular and uniform circular motion, which is in uniform circular motion, the body has to move with uniform speed in the circular path. Now I will explain you with the help of an activity. To perform that activity, you have to take a small stone, tie up that stone with one end of the string and hold the other end of the string in your hand. Small stone tied up with one end of the string, other end of the string is in your hand. When you rotate it in the circular path, the motion of the stone is said to be circular motion. But if you rotate the stone along the circular path with uniform speed, then the motion so described by the stone is said to be uniform circular motion. So you have to keep in your mind the difference between the circular motion and the uniform circular motion. Next topic which you have to study is centripetal force. Centripetal force. Centripetal force is to be explained by taking the previous examples in which the stone was rotating in the circular path with uniform speed. Let's draw the diagram once again in order to explain the centripetal force. The same activity you have to perform over here. You have to tie up one end of the string with a small stone and the other end of the string you have to hold in your hand. When you rotate it in the circular path, the motion of the body is said to be circular motion. If you move it with uniform speed, then it will possess uniform circular motion. When the body is rotating in the circular path, it has a tendency to move along a straight line due to inertia. But there is some sort of force which keeps it to move in the circular path. That force is known as centripetal force. This centripetal force is defined as the force which keeps the body to move in the circular path. There are some characteristics of that force. Let's discuss these characteristics one by one. Number one, this force always directed towards the center of the circle and it is represented by Fc. This force is all perpendicular to the direction of motion of the body. The arrow outside the circular path is indicating the direction of motion of the body. This force is perpendicular to the direction of motion of the body. It means it is making an angle of 90 degree with the direction of motion of the body. This force keeps on changing the position of the body continuously along the circular path. Hence, this force always pulls the object towards the center of the circle. It means it all remains towards the center of the circle. That's why this force is also known as center seeking force. It is number 3. It is a vector quantity represented by Fc. In SI, its units are Newton. We have discussed the characteristics of the centripetal force. I am revising once again. Number 1, characteristics. This force is directed towards the direction of force. This force is directed towards the center of the circle. Number 2, this force is perpendicular to the direction of motion of the body. Number three, this force is continuously changing the direction of motion of the body. But itself it remains towards the center of the circle. Number 4, it is represented by Fc. It is a vector quantity. In SI, its units are Newton. Represented by N. So you have to keep in mind all the characteristics of this force. Now let's derive the mathematical expression for centripetal force. Mathematical expression. We have discussed in the properties of centripetal force that this force keeps on changing the direction of motion of the body. So it means it produces acceleration. The acceleration produced by the centripetal force is known as centripetal acceleration. It is represented by AC. This centripetal acceleration is equal to v square over r, where v is the speed with which the object is moving in the circular path and r is the radius of the circle. R is the radius of the circle. According to Newton's second law of motion, that is F is equal to m into A. But we are discussing here centripetal force and centripetal acceleration. So this equation is written as Fc is equal to m into AC. Now substitute the value of AC in this equation. We get Fc is equal to m v square over r. This is a mathematical expression for centripetal force. Now in the end you have to write the conclusion. This force depends on the mass of the body, square of speed with which the body moves along the circular path, and inversely proportional to the radius of the circle. Now we have to discuss few examples in which you will come to know that when a body moves in the circular path, there is some source which provides the centripetal force. Example number 1, the example of the stone which we have discussed earlier. So when the body moves or the stone moves in the circular path, the tension in the string provides the centripetal force. It means the source which keeps the body to move in the circular path in that example is the tension in the string. If the string is not strong enough or it breaks, the stone will move along the straight line that is known as tangent. This tangent which is represented by the arrow outside the circle. So what is tangent? Do you know? The tangent is the straight line which touches the circumference or outer boundary of the circle at a point. It means it has to touch the outer boundary of the circle at one point, just at one point. Second example in which you come to know what is the source of centripetal force. The moon is revolving around the earth in the circular orbit with uniform speed. The gravitational force provided by the earth is the source due to which the moon is revolving around the earth. Next topic is centrifugal force. When a body moves in the circular path, the centripetal force is provided by some source due to which the object keeps on moving along the circular path. But according to Newton's third law of motion, there is always a reaction force when there is an action force. So if we suppose it's a centripetal force is the action force, then there will be a reaction force. That force is provided by the object moving in the circular path. This force pulls the object away from the center of the circle, but centripetal force pulls the object towards the center of the circle. These two forces balance each other and the object keeps on moving along the circular path. Centrifugal force is represented by Fr it is a reaction force. It is equal to minus m v square over r. Its magnitude is same as the magnitude of the centripetal force, but it is written with negative sign. Now after that we have to discuss some examples or some applications of centripetal force. There are 3 applications of centripetal force as given in your book. One of them is banking of the roads. We will discuss the applications of centripetal force. First application is banking of the roads. When a car or a vehicle takes a turn, centripetal force is required to keep it in this curved path. The friction between the tires and the roads provides the necessary or the required centripetal force. The vehicle or the car would skid if the force of friction between the tires and the road is not sufficient or reduces. When the roads are particularly or especially when the roads are wet, this problem is solved by banking of the roads. Banking of the roads means that the outer edge of the road is raised or elevated as compared to the inner edge. Consider or look at the figure given in your book. When the vehicle takes the turn, it will tilt. The weight of the vehicle is represented by the arrow. W is the weight. The reaction force of the road is also shown by the arrow upward, represented by R. Now in that case, when the vehicle will tilt, the weight is the vector quantity, all of you know. So it will split into 2 components. One component W cos theta will balance the reaction force. Other component W sin will provide the necessary centripetal force. Hence the vehicle will take the turn easily. Thus banking of the roads prevents skidding of the vehicle and makes the driving safe. Second example is washing machine, dryer. The dryer of washing machine is a basket spinner. It has perforated walls. Its mean number of holes are present in that wall of the cylinder. This cylindrical rotor is shown in the figure in your book. Cylindrical rotor means it can rotate along its axis. When the lid of the cylindrical container is closed after putting the wet clothes, it spins with very high speed. The water from the clothes is forced out through these holes due to the lack of centripetal force. It is very necessary sentence you have to write here, due to lack of centripetal force. When it spins with very high speed, the centripetal force reduces in that case. So the water is forced out through the holes and the clothes dry up. Third application of centripetal force is cream separator. Cream separator is a machine which is used to control the fat contents in the milk. It is high speed spinner. So when it works on the principle of centrifuge machine. Centrifuge machine is actually a laboratory instrument which is used to separate light and heavy particles from the mixture. When the milk is placed in the spinner, its speed spins or moves with very high speed. The cream and the water content separates in the milk from the milk. The cream is light particle, so it gathered near the axis, spinning axis. Therefore, skimmed milk, which is denser than cream, is collected at the outer wall of the bowl. The lighter part, cream, is pushed towards the center from where it is collected through a pipe. Dear students, let's do the numerical of this unit, which is 3.10, in which let's see what you have to find. How much centripetal force is needed to make a body of mass 0.5 kilogram to move in a circle of radius 50 centimeter with a speed 3 meter per second. First of all, you have to write the heading, given data. Underline it. So, write down the given data. Mass of the body, mass of the body, m is the symbol, which is 0.5 kilogram. Next given value is radius of the circle, in which the body is moving. R is the symbol, which is equal to 50 centimeter. You have to change this value into meter by dividing 100. It will become 0.5 meter. Next given value is speed of the body, with the symbol for speed is V. It is equal to 3 meter per second. Now, next heading you have to write to find. You have to find the centripetal force. Centripetal force Fc, put question mark. Next heading is formula, underline it. Fc is equal to m v square over r. Next heading is solution. Underline it. Write down the formula once again, mv square over r. Now put the values. M is 0.5 kilogram, V is 3 meter per second square. Put the square over it. Radius is 0.5. 0.5 and 0.5 will cancel, and you will get the answer 9 Newton. In the end, you have to write the result. Underline it. The required centripetal force is centripetal force is 9 Newton. I hope it will be clear to all of you. Dear students, today's topic is finished. Inshallah, I will teach you the next topic tomorrow. Stay home, stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.